Welcome back to this video series on nRF Connect for VS Code. In this video, we will learn how to build an application and explore the different views of the nRF Connect for VS Code extension. The first step to build an application is to create a build configuration. A build configuration tells the compiler which board files to include in your build, thus making the output compatible with that board. To add a configuration, we click the Add Build Configuration button that shows up whenever we mouse over our application name in the Applications view. It's the one with a little green plus. That will open this window where we select the development kit we wish to build our application for from this drop-down menu. Our configuration is stored in a generated prj.conf file, and we can add extra configurations by using the Add Fragments button. We use the Add Argument button to add extra CMake arguments for the West build command. For the basic application, you don't need to worry about any of these. We need to give our build a name. Build is the default name, and it's completely legal to stick with that. Leaving the build after generating configuration checked makes the application automatically build when you click Build Configuration down here. You can also check this box to enable debugging. I will use this build to demonstrate debugging in a later video and will therefore check it. I'll open the terminal window by dragging the panel view up from the bottom here. That way we can follow the build process. As we can see, when I complete the build configuration, the application automatically builds. My PC is very powerful, that's why it's going so fast now. Yours might be slower, that's normal. When the terminal window displays this memory report, we know that the build has completed successfully. In the Applications view, we can select our active application and our active build for that application. We can easily add multiple build configuration for each application, making it compatible with different hardware. We also have the option of building all configurations for an application in sequence by clicking this button. And we have build-specific options for each build here, including options to edit the build configuration, or you can save it as a preset to be able to share these configurations with others or easily use it for other applications. You can also link the build to a specific hardware device, making it always flash to that specific device, or remove it from your application. When we have multiple applications with multiple builds, like this that I just added through the magic of video editing, we can see that clicking on the names changes the view below, officially known as the Details view, which is always named the same as the active application. In this view, we can explore all the files of the active application. These are grouped into source files, meaning the files from the SDK used to build the application, input files, meaning the application configuration files used by the build process, and the output files, meaning the files generated by the build process. For instance, your main.c is found in the source files under Application, Source, and the binary that will be flashed to your board is in the output files under the name Zephyr.hex. The prj.conf and CMake lists that we generated during the build configuration is found under Input Files. These folders are also searchable by clicking on the little magnifying glass showing up next to the folders' names when we mouse over them. Below this, we have the Devicetree view, which is headlined with the name of the board or build configuration was made for. This is a convenient way of getting an overview of the hardware used in this build. Here we can find graphical representations of the hardware with its supported features, GPIOs, which ones are used for what, memory, and interrupts. We can see the communication buses featured on the board and what pins they use, and ADCs. If we switch to the Explorer view, we can see that both our applications are here in an untitled VS Code workspace. This is not the same as a West workspace, which we mentioned in a previous video. All of the files associated with the applications I created are found in the directories of the workspace here. A VS Code workspace allows us to have common settings for all the applications in the workspace, and it allows us to come back to the same exact view in the nRF Connect extension later. For instance, when you're working on multiple projects, they should have their own workspaces so they won't be confused with each other. I'll save mine under the name tutorial_workspace with the same rules as before, keeping names short and storing them in a location close to my root directory. In the next video, we will go through the Actions and Connected Devices views and learn how to flash an application to a board. Happy coding!